To order. First, I'd like to, John, for your
Secretary's report,
please.
Accept the motion.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, carried. Treasurer's report, Ed.
Circulated via email and in your packet is September's report, the IDA, and I'll entertain a motion to accept.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, carried. Committee reports, audit committee, John.
Yes. From the IDA, from the operating account, we paid out $47,160.35. And from the escrow account, $134,629.87.
Any questions?
I'll make a motion to approve the report.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Carried. Personnel committee has nothing to report.
The only thing I think we ought to schedule a personnel committee meeting, we probably could. Who's on it?
Why don't we schedule it for 4:00? Are you on personnel?
Mhm.
Okay, so it wouldn't affect you. Why don't we do it for 4:00
David John.
prior to the next meeting?
That's fine.
Okay.
When?
4:00 prior to the next meeting, which is,
I'm not gonna be here. Okay. Could we do it in December?
sure, yeah.
And what I was thinking for the December meeting would move that back a week to the 15th. 4:00 here,
Fine.
1 week earlier than normal, because
Yeah, it's on a third,
I'm free that day.
it was my dog's chemo treatments, but I got this week on it. Next week, 2 weeks, and she's almost done. 15th, Thursday.
Yeah.
Mhm.
On my calendar.
Yeah.
So that's December, right?
Yeah.
November was.
So we're on the 22nd.
Ken ride a bike too.
12:15.
So on the 15th at 4:00?
Yes,
That's just a regular meeting.
regular meeting, we'll schedule the personnel meeting. Okay, next, governance,
No report.
no report. Okay, executive director's report.
Yeah, I think we talked in our workshop about a lot of it. As I said, Gray Manufacturing has a tentative sale. Expected to close, and the attorneys just told me it might be 2 weeks later than we thought because of issue with the abstract. Nobody can find it. But they have paid off their lease. They requested a release, which we're going to give them. I think all we got to do is, have you sent them, or are we still finishing the release documents?
Still finishing, we need their letter
Okay.
stating your
I
intent.
just didn't pay it. We do that. So we will release, they paid it out. That, as I mentioned, the new owners, which I'm not at liberty to say who they are, we believe they're going to request to have the pilots transferred. They don't go very long. And as we discussed, we will look at them further, but as an accommodation, we're looking favorable on it unless we see something we don't know about. And I don't foresee that. Our beverage professionals down here, Hush, they expect to open within the next couple of weeks. I thought it was this month, but evidently they're not going to make this month. They're doing a fantastic job on it. The loan that our corporation did them some real good. It allowed them to finish everything the way they wanted to. I have been inside. I think I've been inside. The facade is they're going to put up. They really did a first class job on that. So I think we all, when we get a chance, patronize them for it's group or the group.
Oh, right.
It's like a real nice place.
When are they thinking of opening?
Well, initially, when
Next
2 weeks ago, they
Next
told
one,
me,
yeah.
they thought they'd open this month, but whatever reason, it's pushed back. I'm not sure what it is, but I think now it's doing that. And then, with the exception of Sean's report, that's all I had. Sean,
Okay, just an update on what I've been working on, primarily EDA, Public Infrastructure Project has really been going gangbusters. We didn't give them a notice to proceed until October 11th. That was the date the EDA approved all our contract design documents. And they've already completed the east parking lot, just needs to be striped, and they're doing the cleanup and seeding. They're working on the west parking lot that's over by Strobel's, that side of the road. And they're doing building up the property, bringing in fill, compacting, rolling it. And they hope to even put a binder on it this year. Because the plant's closed, I think November 10th or 11th.
Yeah, it's right around there.
Yeah, and
It's that weekend.
they hope to get a binder on it, let it settle over the course of the winter. But they've really, I can't say anything but good about Ramsey. They've really gone in there and kicked it. And so we will be probably by mid-November doing our first draw, and it'll be a significant draw because they've done the two big things were the parking, the two parking lots. So we will be meeting with our contract administrators and inspectors the next week, and we'll be, Margie has already started the paperwork, as a precursor to requesting our draw. We have to make the draw through EDA, but the draw comes from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration because they are the one that are releasing the funds for EDA. So that project is going very well, and it's we're all up to date with all our reporting. And there is a lot of reporting quarterly, and so that we're all up to date with that. So the probably shut down by November 10th. All of the work will commence in the spring of 2023, which includes installation of sidewalks for the entire length of Shawmut Road, relocation of sewer and water lines, and the paving of Shawmut Road, and then miscellaneous cleanup and acceptance of the project from there. The Hampton Inn is going gangbusters. That's included. I mean, that's all enclosed and moving forward. And I believe they're going to try to get their parking lot, at least some binder on it this winter. And so they've got they're chopping wood up there too. We did, and the partnership with the City of Hornell applied for a CDBG grant for fixture equipment for this project. And that was all part of the pro forma when they got their financing from Five Star Bank that they would have had to apply for this money. They've applied for it. That went in the first Friday of October 7th. So we should make the Public Authority Control Board meeting sometime here in November, and hopefully get an approval. And they will, as the city has to be the sponsoring entity, the mayor will get a letter and notifying if we're successful. So I anticipate that we will be, which will bring that up. I had a conversation with Dave Militello yesterday. As you know, that's the Tribune Place Apartments, and he's moving forward. He's gathering all the information, and he was asking me questions. I answered the questions that I could. I referred him to Heather at the city. I was going to call her yesterday because he had some questions that I couldn't answer.
Yeah, I know they talked for quite a while, and she went over everything that she needs from him.
Yeah, so he's putting the finishing touches on it. the second round to restore New York, they said was gonna be the end of October. Well, this is the end of October, so it's not gonna happen the end of October. I would say probably in November sometime, early December. So he's still on board. I communicated with Blake Tarana from the Tim Hortons franchise holder, developer, and he has conducted the environmental review of the site, the old Planned Parenthood building, the old Dr. Foreman Clinic, the old McDonald's on Seneca Street. He's said he hasn't seen the report yet, but he's told that it would be a clean report. Then he's going to move forward with design and reach out to the city, the planning board and P&D committee for guidance to get him through the process and permitting reviews, et cetera. He's also, the mayor, myself, and Mike met with Blake and his CFO early in the process, and they've indicated that they want to apply for, because they're going to create 35 full-time jobs with this operation, and also it's a tremendous investment in FF&E, and so they're looking to apply for in 2023 for a CDBG grant that would help them with FF&E, and so that's what we're going to do. So that's where we are. The hotel is scheduled to open second quarter of 2023. They say April, but I would say probably more like May or June. And certainly that's really greatly anticipated by many, many people, especially Alstom and the two, Alfred State College and Alfred University. Both have been inquiring about it, and that's where we stand. We did. Mike had me reach out to Peter Thornton of Stern and Stern, which I did, and to begin possible discussions about an interest in that 4 acres that they own there. Because we have had some, discussions between Mike and myself about we are other than South Yards, we're particularly on property for development. So I think if long range planning, you have to start thinking about maybe acquiring some property that for future development. So that's all I have to report at this time.
Very good, John, thank you.
You mentioned 35 full-time employees?
They waived two
Not
resolutions that I forgot.
No, 35 full-time employees. They try to avoid, he said in our discussions with them, the mayors and Mike said they try to avoid part-time. They like to have full-time employees because it gives more incentive. They try to give.
That sounds a little lofty goal, but maybe.
Well, all I'm saying is what he said, I mean, if he's gonna apply, use that figure to find where he has to
If you could get 20, it'd be incredible. Yeah, it'd be fantastic.
It's a lot.
Yeah, I mean,
Of course, they're open.
yeah,
They're a
Extended
lot of
hours.
hours of operation.
weekends.
6 to
I think they're open until into the evening.
They are later than Dunkin' Donuts, I think. Yeah, the bigger franchise. Yeah.
Of the compliance policies, both the PAAA and the para. And then after that, we can approve the board, the budget. What I would say is with the compliance policies, if the board is acceptable, we approve them with the changes we gave them. And then they'll be reviewed by the governance committee to make sure that we've got we're on the changes. And when the governance committee and myself say, yeah, that's what they're approved, good to go.
Can I have a motion? Ed,
I'll make a motion.
I'll make that.
John, any questions? All in favor?
I
Carried.
And then the next one is the budget is presented that we discussed there. our budget and policy meeting.
Motion, Rick, second. John, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Carried.
Okay. I have no need for executive session.
Old business? New business? I get a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Carried. Adjourned. Moving right along, I'll call the meeting for the Cornell Industrial Development Corporation to order. Secretary's report, John.
I'll accept the motion for the secretary's report.
I'll make a motion.
Second. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Carried. Ed, could you give us the treasurer's report?
Yeah, also included in your packets and distributed electronically is a copy of the report for September. And I will ask for a motion.
John?
I'll second.
John? Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Carried. Committee reports, audit committee, John?
Yes, we paid out in September $1,000.
Okay,
Big one. Accept the motion.
Ed? Second, Rick?
Yep.
Any questions? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Carried. Personnel committee, nothing to report. Governance?
No report.
No report. Mike?
We again have the PAAA and para compliance reports that we reviewed at our workshop a few minutes ago, so I need a motion second to get those approved.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second. John? Any questions? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
The
Carried.
thing we have is the 2023 budget, and because we ran out of time, it's in your book and we can go over it now.
What was that?
IDC budget.
Your tab, IDC. Not much to it. Actually, the revenue is the interest on the loans that we granted for the COVID. They all mature, with the exception of the loan that we just did for the Hush down there, Beverage Professionals. They don't have any interest due in the first year. Well, they do. We have interest, but if they pay off in the first 18 months, the interest is forgiven. If they don't, they're paying 2.5% for 3 years. So the interest is in there. It could be a later time. We will rebate what we collect if they don't pay it off in that period of time. The COVID loans all mature, so it's not a full year. And it could change a little bit depending on how payments come in. But right now, the issues we have in those loans are the same one we've had for months. And the one, I think we're down to one, though, that might be a legal issue. Everybody else is.
Right. So you can just give me the information. I got.
Yeah, I think we're in good shape. I know that one we've known about. Expenses, promo and special events. We spent 11,000 this year, and I just put about the same as before. I think we do have to discuss our donation policy and what we're going to donate and what we're not going to donate to. It may change what it's been in the past years because, frankly, if you read the ABA guidelines, when you make donations, it has to be something that is in line with your goals and what your organization is doing. So we have to look at what we donate money to and decide and tell people now that we've donated to before that we're not going to be able to do this again. So November meeting is plenty of time to do that. So we will go over what we've done, and we may decide we want want to contribute to other things, but right now I think we're down to 4. And it's different. I don't know how one of them ties into our goals at all. I got to be honest with you. So it seems like it's been the same 4 for years. So we will look at that. We will go over, and the policy is pretty straightforward. It's supposed to be something that fits into our mission. So I don't think we're going to have to do that. I just think we're going to have to. People have been getting a donation from us for years. If we're going to stop, I think we got to tell them. And there's one that I think at least one that we have to stop. It just doesn't fit the criteria. Bank fees it's not a lot of money, but we know what it is. Accounting, I have a firm fixed quote for that. That's what it's going to be. And total expenses of $15,000. So yeah, we work at a deficit of about 15.5, but we do that every year. So is there any questions?
Motion to accept the budget?
Second? Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Next, Sean,
Nothing to report.
nothing to report. Okay. Next, we have the PAAA and
We've approved those. We're done.
executive session,
I have no need.
old business, new business. Motion to adjourn.
Second, third.
We're now adjourned.
Appreciate you guys.